What's up guys, LitPower here, ready to bring you guys another Wi-Fi-Battle. Today's Wi-Fi-Battle, we got a battle against one of my subscribers again. And I'm also pretty sure he has a YouTube channel as well. I'm pretty sure he's the Don Fanatic, something like that. His link will be below if you want to, feel free to check him out if you so please. But we're just going to get straight into that team preview right there. And also last week's winner of the Who's That Pokemon, make sure to stick to the end of the video to guess the Who's That Pokemon as well for you guys to be featured for the first one to guess it right, etc, etc. Simple, explanatory. But as we can see, is another mixed team battle, and I brought the same team again, and he's bringing a very cool looking team. Tauros, something I don't really see much. Raikou, you have Mega, Gyarados, Medicham, and Donphan. Look at the team. Look at the huge threat to my team. Medicham, obviously it's Mega Medicham, and that is a huge threat because Ice Punch and Drain Punch pretty much destroy my whole team. Those two moves can just wreck through my whole team. So obviously I'm very worried about this whole game. We'll just see how this plays out. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just get straight into that right now. Right now. So yeah. His name's Shorty in game, but yeah. So I lead off with my Relicanth, fearing that he might just want to go straight into Medicham, I think. I don't actually know what I predicted here, I completely forgot. But anyway, he says in Donphan, so I'm thinking, okay, I think he's going to go for Stealth Rock, because it's sturdy, there's no point in me trying to set up a Rock Polish or a Yawn or anything, because I'm still scared of an Earthquake. I'll get as much damage off as possible with Waterfall, and luckily he does set up Stealth Rock, so I don't take any damage from that, which is great. And now I am fearing the Earthquake, I really am. It really feels like it's coming towards me, so I don't want to take any damage, because after the leftovers, I won't be able to kill him, even though I just took away over half. So I'm going to switch out into Trevenant, take the Earthquake, and then I'll be able to throw free Will-O-Wisp off into anything I want, which would be nice because he has no fire types in his teams, or no flame bodies, no anything like that. So luckily I'll be able to just fire one off. He actually switches out into Gyarados, which obviously is just a good play as well because he can get the Intimidate off, and then also if I use Waterfall again, it's not going to do as much. But obviously he doesn't see this as a favourable matchup because I've also got the Will-O-Wisp. He obviously knows this, and I'm just going to go for Will-O-Wisp. He sends yeah Mega because obviously that's not really going to be affected by the Will-O-Wisp, but the residual damage on this thing is absolutely crucial. And now he gets hurt by the burn, and he switches out again. He scares me out with the Air Slash, but and he sends out Raikou. So I think I just go for Protect anyway, because I wanted to scout out what he wanted to do and get some residual burn damage off. That was my idea, so it kind of turned out good for me. And I did some damage calcs and realised that Hidden Power only do about 30-40% to my Trevenant. And it does a lot more than that, as you can see, even with max special attack and bonus nature and stuff like that, which made me think that this thing is definitely specs. Like there's no doubt about it. I'm pretty sure this is specs. I ain't asked him, but it's got to be specs. It's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I harvested a Citrus Berry as well, so I actually get back to a sizable amount of health thanks to the double Citrus Berry, which is obviously very useful. And Trevenant becomes a big problem to his team. It really is the MVP of the match today. I'm just going to go for another Protect to get burn residual damage because, you know, it's the better play. Why not? It's the safest play and it's not risking too much. But after him constantly going for Hidden Power, I'm seeing a pattern. I didn't really know if it was choice at this point because he could have, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about it, but then the fact that he hasn't switched up his moves into Volt Switch or anything else, and he just continues to go for Hidden Power Ices, makes me really think that he is specs. And then after seeing his damage on my Assault Vest Tyranitar, I'm thinking, but it's a crit, and then that's why I'm like, ugh. But anyway, it's my special defensive wall, so it's really not going to do much anyways, regardless. And the fact that he doesn't Volt Switch out, and that he does just Hard Switch out, just further implies that he must be specs. He's got to be. So now he sends in Tyranitar, he sends in Donphan, sorry, and I'm just going to switch out as well, because I predicted that I didn't want the Medicham to come in and like, get a free Drain Punch off, because it would pretty much hurt my team. So I sent in my physically defensive Garchomp to counter his Medicham. That was my plan, because I told you, this whole game I'm scared of this Medicham. It could seriously wreck through my whole team. So I'm going to Mega Evolve now, because obviously I see this as a good opportunity. And I feel like he may just send in Gyarados. And I didn't want to go for Stone Edge, because I didn't feel like risking the miss, and just in case he did stay in, I'd go for Dragon Claw, which is stab, so it would be overall stronger. But he does stay in, and obviously Dragon Claw doesn't do that much. He's definitely going to live like another 2 or 3. Pardon me. And I feel like, okay, Ashard's not doing that much, even though it's quite effective, because I am physically bulky. I can go for Earthquake now, it's stronger than Dragon Claw, and also it gets boost from the Sand Force, so I feel like it's going to KO it. which it does, which is absolutely beautiful. Because he probably thought, okay, he's going to go for another Dragon Claw to be safe, but luckily he didn't send in Gyarados, but now he sends in Gyarados, and now I can see what he's going to do. He's intimidated me, thinking I'm going to switch out because I've got an Intimidate. But I know, I knew who was going to set up this Dragonite. Like, I was so scared of the Dragonite, so I had to stay in and go for Stone Edge. And with the Sand Force, luckily, it does actually a sizable amount of damage. And Sandstorm subsides now, so not that it's too relevant, besides his leftovers aren't negated anymore. But yeah, that was a crucial play. That was, I suppose, slightly risky. If you had the Ice Fang, you would have done a lot of damage regardless. But now, the physically bulky, even at +1, I can take a Waterfall very happily and go for Dragon Claw and KO it. So that was a crucial prediction that I needed to make. And luckily, I did pull it off and did be ballsy enough to stay in and just go for the attack. And now I'm thinking, you know, Gotcha could be really useful for Death Fodder, because I don't want to just sacrifice the Pokemon for no reason. And plus, you know, at this point I'm thinking, I could preserve the 6-0, you know, you never know. So he goes for Bug Buzz, because obviously that's the safer play, just in case it's sent in Tyranitar to take the Air Slash or whatever. And plus, obviously, it's not resisted, or, you know, whatever. But either way, he goes for Bug Buzz, and, you know, that does actually a lot of damage. I can't imagine if that was Tinted Lens. That would have just, that would have done so much more damage. But either way, he's getting residual damage, and he's getting speed boosts. And I'm thinking, okay, let's try to get, like, some sort of a sweepy, like some sort of a sweep like I usually do with my Empoleon. Usually, you know, Step and Agility. And, you know, he's just continually going for Air Slashes, hoping for flinches. And that's obviously really annoying. But now we're both at +2 speed, so he's definitely going to outspeed, because Yanmega is super fast regardless. So, there's nothing I can do about that. So, unfortunately, you know, if he didn't have a speed boost, I would have been able to outspeed and go for Scald. But I'm thinking, okay, I could easily take another Air Slash anyway and go for Scald and kill it anyway. But the critical hit, like, are you serious? I was like, god damn it, this thing could have actually done a lot of damage, besides Medicham coming in and going for Bullet Punch. But, I don't know. But they would have been quad resisted, so either way, he's getting more speed boost, and you know, I feel like this is a very prime opportunity to send Trevenant again, go for Protect, and hopefully let this thing die to burn. I think it's in burn dying range, or is it like 1 or 2 away? I do go for Protect, so I can't actually see his HP right now. God, show me the HP. But anyway, now, okay, yeah, 2 more burns will kill it. And now, because he kind of has to, not really has to, but if I was him, I would have definitely predicted something and gone for, like, Bug Buzz. I would have not gone for Air Slash a second time, especially when I know I have 1 more hit. But unfortunately, well, I mean, fortunately for me, he plays right into my hands again, goes for the Air Slash, and obviously my Tyranitar's going to eat that up. And that's brilliant because, you know, this game's going very towards my favour. All my predictions, or at least most of them, are, you know, correct. So that's giving me a huge advantage and huge momentum and huge control in the battle, which is obviously very important to any competitive battle. You want to have the control in the battle. You want to make sure that you just have the control. You need to control the battle to win, you know. But now he sits in Taurus, and obviously I'm very scared because I don't know. I was scared of some sort of fighting type move of some sort. I wasn't entirely sure. So I'm just going to send in Leafeon regardless, because I thought, you know, physically defensive wall. And plus he hasn't had any chance to shine today. He has not had a chance to shine. So he goes for Earthquake, which is great because physically defensive. You know, it's not really going to do much. So now he loses Life Orb HP, which just revealed to me that he is the Life Orb Sheer Force set, because there's, I mean, you could run Life Orb anyway, but, like, you know, more likely than not, it is the Life Orb. It is the Life Orb Sheer Force set, because it uses Zen Headbutt late in this battle and, like, other stuff. But he sets up a sub, and I don't know why. Usually I'd go for, like, a Sword Stance or like a knockoff or something, but for some reason, I literally, I didn't predict anything. I just thought, I want to get as much damage off from this thing as possible. So luckily he set up Substitute, which I had no freaking clue. That's a really interesting set. But I don't know, just like the power of the Pokemon gods just went, don't set up, go for Leaf Blade. And it just worked out beautifully. So now he goes for Rock Climb, and look, this is why Rock Climb has a chance to confuse, but obviously he doesn't have it here. And obviously he gets a critical hit, Stab, Life Orb, Sheer Force, and it doesn't kill my Leafeon, because my Leafeon is too bulky. So that's absolutely beautiful, and also at this point, I feel like I could save this for Death Fodder as well, because obviously low HP, you know, why not? And so I switched this out, so I know he outspeeds me, and I'm thinking, okay, Sandstorm's going to kill it, but I'm pretty sure, so I sent in Trevenant, predicting another Rock Climb. I don't know why. I mean, he actually, you know, did a pretty decent play. Unlike the other times where he'd just carelessly go for the strongest move, he actually, you know, played it a bit more smart and used Zen Headbutt, which obviously was the better move because it hit everything on my team besides Tyranitar, but there was no way I was going to send that in because, I don't know, that would have been a really odd switch for me. But he goes to Zen Headbutt, he misses, and I go for Will-O-Wisp, and I also miss. So, you know, it's a fair trade there. But, you know, it gives me a chance to get a Citrus Berry back. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still here better off. And then also, here again, Zen Headbutt, he misses again. I go for Will-O-Wisp, but I actually do hit it this time. So that's really unfortunate for him. He could have used like a little bit of extra damage. I'm not sure if it would have mattered too much, especially with harvesting Citrus Berries. But either way, that obviously is very detrimental to him. But he uses a move that has a chance to miss, and that's the price you pay. I missed the Will-O-Wisp, that's the price I paid. You know, unfortunately, it did, but we both missed. So I don't know. It's kind of unfair, but at the same time, you use a move that's going to miss, it's going to miss sometimes, you know? But he says in this thing again, and I at this point I'm like, you know, your choice specs. I know your choice specs. I'm going to use Protect, see what you lock yourself into, and then I'm going to switch accordingly. But then I thought, he switches out now. This is an amazing play. He's on the last two Pokemon. I did not expect such a ballsy play from him. This really threw me off guard, and this honestly had me shitting my pants because I'm terrified of this thing. I send in Tyranitar against this freaking Medicham, which is obviously super scary because this thing has super effective move. Ice Punch, Drain Punch can wreck through my whole team. So obviously I'm like, what the hell do I do? I'm going to switch back into my Trevenant, predicting the Drain Punch. It may be a really obvious switch. I thought it was really obvious, but luckily, yet again, it played into my hands, you know, straight. You know, he had the momentum for that one turn, and then had my heart racing, and then I, you know, quickly grabbed it back again somewhat slightly. But I wasn't too sure if my physically defensive Trevenant could live an Ice Punch, because obviously Mega Medicham's attack with pure power is just nothing to laugh at. But either way, you know, I get the Citrus Berry, so I'm glad this Sandstorm took me down so I can get as much help as possible, and definitely this Citrus Berry, I feel like it did definitely help out. And he gets the Psycho Cut, so I'm like, yes! He doesn't even have Ice Punch, and I do hit the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm like, oh, huge sigh of relief, like seriously. Because now this thing's burnt, he can't unburn it because there's no heal bells or anything. Both of his Pokemon are burnt and they've got a death clock on them, and it's not going to be as painful, and I'm just sat here, just like thanking the lords themselves, like, oh my god, thank god. And I honestly don't know why you wouldn't run Ice Punch. I run Ice type moves like on every Pokemon I can because it's such a good type, like an offensive type, not necessarily defensive. But either way, I am just being like, I'm scared of this thing still. So I need to like protect and get this thing to die from its burn and stuff. I need to like outstall it because I can't beat it. It's gonna wreck through my whole team. Even when it's burnt, it's still scary. It can still, I'm pretty sure it can still Oko my Tyranitar with a Drain Punch from the HP that it's at. Like, look, I switch into my Tyranitar. Why the hell did I switch into my Tyranitar? Oh, I predicted the Psycho Cut. I'm just messing around with him now. Like, I'm just like, because he gets burn damage if it doesn't affect me, so I send him Tyranitar. I'm such an evil person. I'm so sorry. Then I switch in my Trevenant again, predicting the Drain Punch. Like, I'm just teasing him so much. It's just so hilarious. Because I'm pretty sure he goes for Drain Punch. And he does. Oh my god. Honestly, I was laughing so hard. I was just like, oh my god, I feel so bad. Because then now I can go for another Protect. So I get even more burn damage off it. I am such an evil person. Oh my god. But then again, I was so scared of this thing. I wanted to win, okay? I don't just give away victories just because of no reason, you know? I will stall to the end, you know? Even if I hate it, if I'm suffering in pain, and the opposing is outstalling me, I'm going to put up the best fight possible, you know? So yeah, I go for Protect. Obviously, see him lock himself into Hidden Power Ice, I presume, because that's the only Hidden Power you'd ever run. And I go for Double Protect, being a little bit cheeky, because thinking if I get Double Protect, then next turn I know I could live a Hidden Power Ice. As you can see now, very slimly I live it. Very slimly. Honestly, I thought I was dead at that point. I honestly thought I took it better the first turn. Maybe it was a different, like a damage roll, and it was a bit higher this time. But like, I was honestly shitting my pants when I saw, when I saw I was on 2 HP, and I was like, holy shit, I need myself, and I don't harvest, which is also an annoying thing about this. And now I just go for Shadow Falls, thinking just in case he predicts the Tyranitar to come in, because I was teasing him earlier. And he goes for Drain Punch, that's what I was predicting. Well, the Bullet Punch obviously was a way better move because it hits both of the Pokemon. And you know, this is the point where my death fodders come into hand so much, because now I know the rest of his team. He can practically drain punch the rest of my team. It's super effective. So he goes to drain punch, obviously, because why wouldn't you? To get as much HP as possible, because he wants to live this burn. But thanks to my death fodders having such low HP, it actually gives me that edge, so he can't heal up enough by the time the burn kills him. Because I have Tyranitar on Relicanth and Leafeon. Luckily, Leafeon comes in, and Stealth Rocks actually helped me here. Takes me down to 4 HP, which means he's only regenerating 2 HP back, which gives me the ultimate edge in this game, because he only takes 2 HP back and then dies to his burn. Otherwise, he would have taken a lot of health back from my Tyranitar and my Relicanth, and I'm not too sure. It was a bit more riskier, but GG, my friend. That was a really intense match. Honestly, that really scared me at the end. Definitely, I am baffled completely why you do not run Ice Punch, because that is a really great coverage move. You could have probably destroyed my Trevenant right there and then really just wrecked my team, because Mega Medicham really does do a number on my team. Either way, guys, enough of this jibber jabber. You came in for the Wi-Fi-Battle. You watched the Wi-Fi-Battle. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like below if you enjoyed. Leave a dislike below if you don't enjoy, because that's what those buttons are there for. Remember to stick to the end of the video to answer the Who's That Pokemon. Leave your comments below and you'll be featured, because that's what I do, you know? Either way, guys, hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.